Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah, amma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa
How you doing,
barakatuh.
bro?
I'm chilling, bro.
Long
Good to
time
see you
no
again.
see.
It's been 4 months.
Long time.
Has it been 4 months?
Uh,
Last time I saw you was in Dubai.
so that's end of Feb, early March. So March, April.
I
May,
actually
June.
saw you in Dubai
Yeah,
last.
wow.
Were we on the same flight? We weren't on the
no,
same flight.
no.
So what was
I
the
left
last-
a day later.
What was the last thing that I was doing with you?
The last
Was it
thing
salt?
you did, there was salt. I'm not sure exact.
Last
no,
time I actually saw you was in Dubai.
no. It was when you bought Sammy those flip flops. They were the wrong size.
From the Japanese
Yeah,
store.
mini so. Yeah.
That was the last time. And then I dipped you. But your flight was before mine, right?
After.
Huh?
After.
It was after with Guled.
Yeah.
Me and Sammy were on the same flight?
Yeah, you and Sammy together.
No, we were on the same flight.
Or no, you. Yeah, no, it was all different. We all left together.
After I left
different
you, I got
times.
sucked in at duty free
Oh wow.
by the Gucci fragrance guy.
Oh wow.
He sucked me in.
Subhanallah.
He sucked me in. He sucked me in. Oh my gosh, bro. Last time I saw you was in Dubai.
3,000 miles away.
Mr. Wayne.
Yeah. So, this is the beginning of relationship goals. The first
Relationship goals.
episode of Relationship Goals podcast. What I want to quickly just discuss here is when did you have this idea first? Because you brought it to me.
Yeah, I
innit? So-
did that maybe about 2-3 years ago, man.
okay.
I actually wanted it to be one where people who with relationship problems actually call us in. Like, actually want to phone here.
Yeah.
But these men are just too stiff to call in.
Okay.
They all want to email in. I'm like, bro, I'll be honest, I've refused to respond to emails. Not simple.
Okay.
Like,
Fair
if you want me to respond, I have to
Yeah.
call in.
Phone in.
Phone in. Do you know why? Because it's just I life is very short,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying to benefit as many people as possible with
Yeah.
Allah Azza wa Jal. And like a video benefits
Mm-hmm.
thousands,
Yes.
whereas an email benefits one, and it takes away more of my time.
Yeah.
And I'm not a writer,
Yes.
so I'm happy. I really, really want to help you. I really want to help you, but it just makes it easier because talking is easy for me. Like I'm
Yeah.
a bit dyslexic. I can't type. It's
Yeah.
wrong. It's wrong for me.
Mm-hmm.
So
No, another thing is I feel like a lot of people have shared issues. So one person might have a problem, and that is a category
Exactly.
of problems, and multiple people can benefit
exactly.
from it.
Because a lot, it got to a point with my emails. I was literally just sending video links saying I discussed it. I
Yeah.
discussed
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But obviously,
Makes sense.
this is obviously basically about. Well, we're gonna talk about the things before marriage, but also
Yeah.
marriage itself.
Yeah. Of course. Wherever.
Yeah. So
Relationship.
marriage advice to kind of for those of you married to actually fix up your relationships with the permission of Allah Azza wa
Yes.
Jal. And also we're gonna talk about all the issues concerning to not being married and how to get married and
Yeah.
whatnot. And of course, shamelessly, we're gonna plug Suno Match.
Yeah.
This is a Suno Match
Yeah,
podcast.
of
This
course.
is sponsored by Suno Match. Suno Match all over.
Beautiful.
Suno Match. Suno Match. Suno Match. Yes, I run Suno Match.
Love it.
This is my thing.
Full disclosure.
Yeah.
No
peop-
hiding
peop-
whatsoever.
People keep asking
it.
me, "What do you do for work?"
Yeah.
I run Suno Match. There's another brother that runs it with me.
Yeah.
It's up to him if he wants to come out. But that's me. So
Yeah.
Suno Match. Click the link below. Sign up.
Yeah.
Pay. Get married.
Love it.
People get married on Suno Match.
As far as I'm aware, yeah.
So process is running smooth, right?
As far as I'm aware,
Alhamdulillah.
yeah.
So we had people get married. Alhamdulillah. People in marriage process right now. We have some mad, dare I say, fairy tale kind of.
Yeah, 100%.
things.
There's been, I think
There's
for
people that see each other on Suno Match and then they meet each other in real
Real life,
match,
yeah.
And they're like, oh wait, you were on Suno Match. And,
yeah.
oh, I sent you a request, but
Yeah, I was actually remembering the other day the first time when we first came out. Not the first time, but as in when Suno Match first came out in January this year. There was a time where there was one brother who he like obviously had a number of requests, or whatever,
Yeah.
but he sent a request to one specific sister and he left. Like he just left the service after
And
that.
that sister
And
responded.
she responded back. No,
Yeah.
she actually requested him because
Yeah.
basically at that time they were doing it manually. so they
Afghan
didn't have-
brother.
Yeah.
it was
So
so
they-
confident.
Yeah,
like,
he sent his one request and just left the service. Like I feel so serious and everything's just gonna work out and I don't have to
we were actually
try
mocking
again.
it.
We
actually
were there
mocked
like
it
this guy is
it's
just
'cause
so
it's a monthly
funny.
service and you send as many requests as possible, and that's the rule of thumb, isn't
Yeah.
it? Like most are gonna. I don't want to say most are gonna be rejected, but expect
Yeah.
a lot to be rejected,
Yeah,
and then you find the one.
Yes.
It's about throwing a big enough net out
Yes.
to catch as many
fish as possible.
fish. And not that I'm
Wow.
objectifying women to be
No, I
fishes.
know what you mean.
The
Basically,
concept.
it's like I think what people should think about is like a job interview.
A job
If
interview.
you want to get a job, you have to apply to hundreds.
Exactly.
You have to. Your job currently
Exactly.
has to be applying to jobs.
But this brother was so
eventually
confident.
you'll
He
get
came
one.
for the one job interview.
Yeah.
And then the day he come to the job interview, he cancelled his contract.
Cancelled
with the
all the
recruitment
other,
agency.
everything. He was there
I
like,
don't
this
need
is
you,
the
this
one.
is it. She's gonna want me. Qadar Allah,
She actually wanted
emailed
him.
Yeah.
She actually wanted him. So
Did they
yeah.
end up getting married?
I don't. I'm gonna. We'll find out
Inshallah.
inshallah. But as far as I'm aware,
Happy
there
endings,
was
guys. If you want,
there was
Suno
a
Match, if you want,
match made.
and actually, Suno Match now has improved because we've got we've got a website now.
Yeah,
Before it was running off a Telegram app,
Yeah.
but now it actually runs off an
automated service.
automated service and actual software. You know what I'm saying? So
no, that's great. They can send a little request. They can reply to requests. All that stuff.
And
It's
there's
all
no
working out.
and there's no waiting for the team to respond.
Yeah. You don't have to.
Obviously, the team will respond for support, but in terms of like the request, it's all kind of automated.
Well, it's all in their hands now.
It's all
They
in
can
their
use it to their leisure. They can do whatever they want. Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. So
it's
Suno Match, link below.
Yeah.
You want to get married? You want to find the right girl in the right way. Or can I tell you something?
Go on.
Wallahi, yeah. I know we haven't been pushing this concept of Suno Match a lot. We've been more so pushing the concept of it's a very halal. We're gonna get into the podcast, sorry, but we've been more talking about the concept of it's a halal matchmaking service. But you know what? There's something else about Suno Match.
Go on.
It's actually got, and I didn't want to say this too early because I don't want to shoot myself in the foot before it was actually the case. But Suno Match has actually got really quality profiles.
Yes, I agree.
I'm talking.
They're not your average Joes, innit? You're not going to see the if you like spread.
There will be average Joes.
No, 100%.
Yeah, of course, and we have a service for them.
Yeah.
But when I say average Joes, it's almost people who are average and dean. But you know, if you're looking for like that creme de la creme, bro, it's
yeah.
We actually got the creme de la creme.
100%. I totally agree.
Because you know what it is, like, I believe it or not, actually personally know a huge amount of the people that actually want Suno Match.
Okay.
Guys and the girls.
Yeah.
They're either students who come to the classes or brothers that we know. And I'm like, bro, this actually is like, we actually have brought together a service that is actually you want good quality brothers and sisters?
Certainly.
Suno Match.
There's a very good roster in it. There's like a good lineup of people that you can choose from. And I think that's something that we need to talk to them about, as in like the candidates, because I think maybe they get this idea that this is the norm. This is not the norm, innit? This is not. These are. I don't mean say it like to big them up or make them big-headed, but some of these people are quite extraordinary. Innit? They're not actually from the average group of people in the UK.
Remember that one sister whose profile that we read and we were like, wow,
serious profile.
This sounds like the kind of profile that brothers will go to war over.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Alhamdulillah. And then one of the brothers we know, and he's a brother that sisters should go to war for as well.
He fit that mold very well.
Like, so it's coming in, man. Suno Match is walillah alhamdulillah, I think is providing. Obviously, there's loads of things that we had to fix up, and we're still making improvements. But really, it is a good. It's
definitely expanding to be something unlike what it ever was before.
Yeah.
And one thing I like
and
is
unlike
that
anything else that's out there. Period. It already is. To be fair.
I think there's a lot of market research to establish that. But I'm saying there's different things that are going to be coming out in the future to basically make things easier for everybody as well, which I think is great.
So, guys, link below, man. Listen, are we open to internationals now?
That's something we need to talk about.
There's a sister who's on my live knowledge college classes. She's from Canada.
Okay.
She complained, man.
She said,
not in a bad way.
She said that
there's just 4 profiles
from Canada. Yeah. No, I mean,
they're just seeing the same profiles again.
What can I say, man?
Should we open it for the Canadians?
I don't have any. We were technically open to US, UK, and Canada from before, but it doesn't attract that many people because
I think it does, bro.
No, I mean, most of our client base is based in the UK. So it's hard.
But look at how many people have been asking from Canada.
Beautiful. I got no issue. We can push them as well.
And America.
We can push them.
Should we
just
open it now?
Why not?
Open it now?
Why not?
Canadians?
Why not?
Americans?
Why not?
Let's open them.
Go for it. The only thing that I
need to push that first, bro.
The only thing that I was ever shy about when it comes to this is I didn't want people to be underwhelmed. So, like for example, the Canadian sister, I didn't want people to sign up and think there's going to be a wealth of people local to me and I can go and visit.
But we did tell people that, right?
We did let them know if you're coming from a different place, there's a possibility that there's nobody here for you.
Yeah, because
there's a possibility.
But now I'm saying let's actively promote it in North America.
Why not? Go for it.
Let's actively promote. What do you think, man? Should we promote it to North America? Khair, akhi. So, guys, you can sign up to Suno Match with the link below, man.
Beautiful. I love it. The Suno Match plug. We've done it, and I think we did it really well.
I think every relationship goes episode we should talk about some of the because we got stories. Not the logistics, but you know that's a funny story. Like the brother Afghan brother.
Yeah.
We got loads
No,
of
we got
stories
loads
like
like that. Yeah,
We got stories like that for
100%.
days. So I think
100%.
every time start and then shamelessly plug Suno Match.
Why not?
It is. I do my thing.
No,
I put in work. I work hard.
no,
bro.
not just that, but I really want people to understand that it's a legitimate thing that can help you, innit?
Of
It's
course.
actually a thing that can help you.
Of
It's not
course.
something that is superficial or.
To be fair, we actually started it because there was that need.
Mhm.
Do you understand?
Mhm.
Otherwise, bro, I'll be honest with you. A bunch of other opportunities. We could
Yeah.
be doing a bunch of other things.
100%.
We had many other opportunities, but this is something that also helps the community.
100%. Especially because, I mean, part of our da'wah is that we're trying to tell people, stop free mixing. Like, there's a lot of fahsha related, stay away from, that kind
You know
of
what
stuff.
the beauty
But
is?
we're giving them now an actual alternative
You know
to
the
that.
beauty is that actually the people who are getting linked up and matched up on Suno Match
Yeah,
are people that are actually products of the da'wah as well.
yeah, that's true.
That's the
That's
shocking thing.
Yeah,
I speak to them and it's like, yo, they either brothers will come umrah
Yeah.
or this. Not that it's only exclusive to them, but the point is that it's just beautiful to see that we provided an alternative and it actually worked.
Yeah.
And then they got married.
100%.
Some of them.
And those are the same people that were like being patient with
Yeah.
the whole marriage thing and the whole point. Exactly. Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
No, you're right, man.
Okay, let's dive in.
Cool. Okay, so today we're talking about
Stories.
our.
Yeah.
I'll wait for you, Dorian.
No, you go.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about Are You Ready? A lot of people go through this phase. So I don't want to use anyone's example too often, especially here, except myself.
Okay.
Which is
Unless they call in.
Yeah, no, unless they call in, of course, yeah, no issue.
So,
but I'm saying,
yeah.
so specifically with this, I can relate and tell you that there was a time where I didn't feel like I was ready at all for marriage, especially we're in 2020 now, and if we go back to 2016, I thought, yeah, I'm ready, let's do it, 100%. Then 2017 rolled around, and I was like, oof, no,
you know, not ready.
I did something I need to fix up. I got improvements to make to myself, etc.
Yeah.
And then obviously time rolled by, and I realized, okay, wait, maybe I was living in this I'm not ready mentality too much. Yeah, what are the actual things required for me to say, okay, I'm ready now to move on, get married, etc. Start that next chapter. So that's really what we're going to discuss today. So what do you think? For a guy, let's say first, for a brother, what are the things that he needs to come with? What are the entry requirements to say, I want to get married? Because I think for a sister, logistically anyway, not anything else, as in like emotionally or, maturity wise, but logistically, all she has to do is say, she has to put her hand up and say, Dad, I want to get married. And then there are roads and pathways that can be made. But for a guy, I think it's a bit different.
You know what it is? So the concept of when are you ready to get married, there are things that are relative and subjective, and then there are things that are sub-branches, and then there are foundations.
Okay.
So if we was to speak about all the relative things and all the sub-branch things, we'd be talking about many things. We talk about attitude, character, patience, anger management, selflessness, bunch of stuff, but there are two foundational things that you need. We can't even start the conversation of marriage
without
until you
these
have
things,
them.
yeah.
Okay. And that's ability. Okay. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, يا معشر الشباب من استطاع منكم الباءة فليتزوج. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam spoke to the youngsters and he said, if you have al-ba'ah, فليتزوج. If you have من استطاع, anyone who has the ability, من استطاع منكم الباءة فليتزوج. Let them get married. Get married. You should get married if you have al-ba'ah. So this ability that's being talked about in the hadith, scholars discuss what is it. Some said it's financial ability and some said it's physical ability. Do you understand? So really and truly both are needed. Yeah. But they both have to be understood in different ways. Okay. Financial ability has been misunderstood.
I was going to say, I think we've heard this before, which is financial ability, physical ability. So quickly tell me what you think about both, and then I'll tell you what I think as well.
Okay, calm. So again, we have to make the textual evidences define it for us. You understand? So we know that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam married off a man to a woman who possessed nothing except for an undergarment.
Okay. As the man only had.
Yeah,
okay,
that's all he had.
Yeah.
He had they used to wear an izar, which is a garment that would they'd wrap around and it would cover their lower part of their body. That's all he possessed. He didn't even have mahar.
Okay.
He didn't have dowry.
Okay.
The Prophet ﷺ married her off to him for the Quran that he knew. One of the narrations mentioned, so that he would teach her that Quran.
Okay, wow.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Imam An-Nasa'i actually has a chapter heading in his Sunan in which he talks about the women that were married for Quran.
Oh,
to
wow.
men who didn't, as in, not for money.
Yeah,
The
yeah. I
dowry
see what you're
wasn't
saying.
money,
I see what
do
you're
you
saying. Yeah, yeah,
So that we have that there.
yeah. Okay.
But you can't understand that without the general context.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm sure there's a whole story relating to how we got there in the first place.
That looks like that's one end of the spectrum, right?
Yeah.
Like a man who's being married off, who's got absolutely nothing
Yeah.
except for a lower garment.
Yeah.
He couldn't even give her pennies for dowry. Radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. And then you have another situation. We have Fatima bint Qais radiyallahu anha,
Yeah.
who approached the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who said, Muawiyah radiyallahu anhu, he's proposed to me. He's approached me.
Yeah.
For khitbah, if I'm not mistaken, the hadith says. So the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam advised her against marrying him because of his financial circumstances. Because of his financial circumstances. So then now we have one hadith in which the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is marrying a man.
And they seem to be conflicting.
Yeah, despite his financial situation.
Yeah.
And he's not marrying off another man due to his due to his hand being not open when it comes to finances. Okay, due to him having a tight, his financial situation not being open. Radiyallahu ta'ala anhum, radiyallahu ta'ala anhum. May Allah be pleased with them both. So then, what's the middle ground?
That's true.
That's the question.
So
Understand?
I think the context of the first one was pretty clear. In that he actually didn't have anything.
Yeah.
What's the context of the second one?
So the scholars, they spoke. So they said, perhaps the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam married him off to that woman because she was financially okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah, yeah.
So she may not have needed it so much. Muawiyah radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, his situation, the hadith mentioned, was that he wasn't really open with his finances. Do you understand? So he wasn't very open with his money like that. So not to marry him. And that shows that one of the characteristics of a husband should be that he's very
generous.
open with it. Not that he wasn't generous.
Okay.
But it's just that he was... I don't remember the wording of the hadith exactly, so I don't want to...
fair enough. That's fine. Okay.
Misrepresent. But it's not that saying that he was miserly or anything like that. But the point is that his financial situation wasn't an open financial situation. It wasn't a relaxed one. You know what I'm saying? So
that's the financial element.
Yeah. But then we have an ayah in the Quran.
Go on.
We have an ayah in the Quran in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said, marry them off, even if they are broke.
Okay.
Even if they are poor. Allah said, even if they are fuqara. Remember, faqir is a person who has got nothing. He doesn't have his food for the day and the night.
Okay.
Do you understand? He doesn't have shelter. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He's a faqir. Do you understand? The miskin is a person who has got some stuff, but he doesn't have everything to cover himself. A faqir, he don't have nothing. Do you understand? So, إِن يَكُونُوا فُقَرَاء يُغْنِيهِمُ اللَّهُ مِنْ فَضْلِهِ. Allah said, even if they are fuqara, Allah will enrich them through His bounty.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So then, maybe this is how you can reconcile the hadith of the man being married off, even though he had nothing, and the ayah, Allah will enrich you through His bounty, which is quite topsy-turvy to our mentality today. Parents don't let the kids get married off because they said you need money before you get married off. You need to get rich before you get married off.
Yeah.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, no, you will become enriched
with marriage.
After marriage. And that's why Umar ibn Khattab radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, there's a statement of his where he mentioned, عَجَبْتُ لِمَنِ ابْتَغَى الْغِنَى. He said, I'm amazed, I'm shocked, I'm astounded by a person who he's hoping for richness. He's searching for richness. He wants to be rich. بِغَيْرِ النِّكَاحِ, without getting married. Do you understand? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you, Imam Ibn Kathir rahimahullah, when he explained this ayah in his tafsir, he mentioned that Allah will give to the point where the man and the woman is sufficed. Might not become millionaires, but you'll be taken care of. Do you understand? You will be taken care of. Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, he said, search for richness in marriage. And then he said, Allah said, إِيَّكُونُ فُقَرَاء إِيَّكُونُ فُقَرَاء يُغْنِيهِمُ اللَّهُ مِنْ فَضْلِهِ. So the point here is that, Allah Azza wa Jalla will bring the money to you. Allah is Ar-Razaq at the end of the day. Allah is Ar-Razaq. He is the one who provides. And He's saying, like Allah has a law and an order. Like the same way, for example, we want Khilafah to come. But Allah Azza wa Jalla mentioned, You know, لا يستخلفنهم في الأرض كما يستخلف الذين من قبلهم. Allah will give us khilafah and He will give us authority and tamkeen on the earth. But what was the condition? يعبدونني. Allah said, worship me alone. ولا يشركون بي شيئا. And don't do shirk with me in any way, shape, or form. So Allah has a law. You want the Muslims to stop being in the difficult situations they're in? Come with Tawheed.
Yes.
Establish Tawheed. Stay away from shirk. You want to be able to provide you want to be able to have enough money to provide for a family? Get married.
Yeah.
Because Allah that's the law of Allah.
Yeah.
You're trying to get the money for the family without getting married.
Yeah.
But Allah Azza wa Jal has made it the other way. But then how do you reconcile? But then the point is that now there's a very fine line between being poor and being a bum.
Okay, what's the difference?
The difference is that a person's poor, but he works, he tries, he just doesn't get it at the end of the day, man.
Okay.
But then there's a bum.
As in, he's not trying.
He's not trying.
That's the difference.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
So a brother, he can't be just bummy.
Okay, so you mean as in like lazy, not working,
he's not
taking
trying
any responsibilities,
just
sort of coasting by.
You're the brothers, you like the girl's dad rejected me.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have no money. Understanding of it. I'm like, no problem. You didn't go on my back, but like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Allah provide from His bounty. You don't got no job. You're not trying.
No, basically, I actually think that most families, from my own personal experience, and B, from what I've heard, is that they don't actually mind necessarily if you don't have like a high flying job. What they're hoping for is that you have prospects. That's what you need in it. You need to come with prospects. You need to have some sort of plan, some sort of goal. When the dad asks you, where are you gonna take my daughter? What's gonna happen? Like, where's she gonna live, etc. And you're there like, I don't know. How do you think that's gonna go? Like, just put yourself in the dad's shoes for a second.
Because people always ask me and say, but Imran, you said you got married and you only had £3 in your account. Yeah. £6. Remember something like that? Made £5. So. And it's true because at the time when I got married, I didn't have peas like that. But when I had a meeting with my father-in-law, I told him what I'm doing. Yeah. He saw prospects. I had a company at the time. It was called Sunnah Fit. It was an Islamic, it was a health and fitness service that was directed towards Muslim community. I told him I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Of course, I didn't do it in the end, but he saw this is a kid with passion, with vision. I'm not giving my daughter to someone who's just living in the clouds. Yes, basically. Do you understand? Yeah. That's very important. Yeah, 100%. That's very, very important. That's very important.
Like if you say, for example, somebody who just finished university, let's say you just finished uni and you want to get married and stuff, and you go to a family and you tell them, I've got a degree. The reason why they'd be more happy to take you on is because that is a sign of having some sort of, potential. Yeah. You have something that could take you places.
And I'll be honest, you see, a lot of parents would be willing to marry you off. Yeah. Marry their daughter off to you, even if you didn't have a degree. But you have to have something.
100%. Certainly.
The issue is the brother tells you, I don't have a degree. Yeah. But I'm going to do X, Y, Z. But it's like, what do you have to show for it? So have you established the company? Are you registered with the company house? Do you even have a bank account?
Are you serious about your goals?
Have you done anything? Like I'm saying, I'm saying you're living in the clouds, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you know what it is, Akhi? With that said, I really also do I don't want to be irresponsible here and get the brothers into a mentality of thinking that they should just jump into marriage and they actually absolutely have nothing. Like we said, the Sahabi was not the normal case. Yes. This companion situation was not the normal case. Okay. Yes, Allah will enrich you after marriage. There has to be something that you come with. Okay. Do you understand? Like Allah said, إِن يَكُونُوا فُقَرَاء. Even if you're poor, it's not the asl. Yes. Why are you aspiring to be the poor man who get married? Yes. Why do you want?
And to be honest, that's quite telling. That's actually quite indicative of what your mentality is like, innit?
Break that down.
Which is so if a guy comes and he's there like, I'm just gonna, I'm going to, because you always start at the bottom. Exactly. Everybody, this is your asl, this is your default. So instead of saying I want to actually rise in these ranks, you're saying I want to be accepted here. And that's it. Yeah. And what that tells me, as in what that would say to a guy like me, if I had a daughter who was trying to get married, and the guy says, I'm one of the poor guys from the Quran and Sunnah, let me marry your daughter. To me, that tells me that you're trying to go from here and just go downwards. There's no concept.
You don't have vision.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have drive. You don't have high standards. Yeah. We're saying if the guy happens to be poor, marry him off. Yeah. Don't worry, Allah will take care of him. Yeah. But don't try to be poor.
Yeah, exactly.
The point is that some brothers, they're content like with being poor, like as in, bro, I'm gonna be the poor guy.
Yeah,
That wants to get married, and I'm demanding it. No, go out and go. Shall I tell you why?
Especially because we live in the real world. This is not like a fictional reality where you're gonna find the perfect dad who's just there, like, you know, I love you, son. You're gonna marry my daughter. Everything's gonna be great. Yeah, that's.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, me neither.
Right now, if I didn't have a guy that could take care of the basic needs of my child with comfort, I say hit the road, Jack.
Yeah, I think I want to talk about this basic needs thing because I really want to like not only talk about what they are, but also maybe give people like a ballpark kind of idea of what that would be. So, what for most sisters, especially in our kind of communities, they want to get married and leave their house, and also don't want to live with you at your house. They want to move into their own house, and I think that's a basic right. Like there's brothers that have thought that and said, no, you know what, she has to live with me, with my parents, and I'm an only brother, and I've got 5 sisters. She's gonna live at home with my other sisters. It's like, just allow it. Just move out, please. Just make it easy for yourself.
I think there should be a separate episode.
Should we talk about that later? Yeah.
No,
as in not living with the in-laws.
Or living with the in-laws. I think that is very important.
We'll talk about that later. Solid. So there's that. So you have to consider accommodation is one. Then obviously the bills that are associated with accommodation, you know, gas, electric, Wi-Fi, all that stuff. And then
I've actually broken this down.
Okay, that's what I want to hear.
I've actually broken this down.
Go on. What's next?
So in order for you to get married, if you're a guy in London, what's the basic amount of money that you need? Basically, it is.
Go on.
Okay, so you calculate for me and I'll throw the numbers out.
Okay, go on.
Okay, so for a person who's young living in London, we're talking about basic, most minimum costs.
Yeah.
For marriage. And in fact, I'm not talking about London, I'm talking about West London.
Okay.
Because I know my area so well.
That's fine.
You understand?
Go for it.
So if you want to get basic living and you're a West London person, you can't afford to live in London right now.
Okay.
So you're going to live outside London.
I'm so happy you said that because I thought you were going to say if you have this much and this much, and I was going to say, bro, nobody has
that. that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The start, if we're talking about bare minimum, inside London might be a bit too much.
Yeah.
So you have to go outside London. But what is outside London but basic London? Slough. I love the way you did it. Slough. Yeah, Slough. So Slough,
great.
Because Red Bus goes there.
Yeah.
Red Bus goes there.
Yeah.
Do you understand? That's my measure for.
Yeah. 100%.
It's technically not London.
Yeah.
But it's
you
London.
Can get in.
Yeah, basically.
Exactly.
Do you understand?
100%.
81 bus. So a house in Slough, we're talking small, tiny, like just cramped. It's about £900.
Your studio.
No,
is it studio or one bed?
No, a studio, one bed, okay. One bed, but tight, cramped, yeah. Okay. So it'd be £900. Studio maybe 800. But let's say 900, yeah. Now that obviously has council tax on it, which is probably going to come to about £70.
Okay.
A month.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus bills, water, gas,
for 2 people.
Yeah, for 2 people, we can average it out to be about 100. So council tax and all that, about £200. The reason I say that is because in the winter you use more gas. In the
so
summer,
saying the actual
less.
Expenses that come with the accommodation. So like gas, electric, water.
So 200 on top of 900. How much is that?
That's 1100.
1100. Okay. Then you as a husband have to provide maintenance finances for your wife.
Yes.
That is based on the norms, the urf of the people, the customs.
So it's not the urf of the woman. So like her actual lifestyle.
It's not necessarily her actual lifestyle, as in terms of what's wajib on him to give to her.
Yeah.
But then she shouldn't have married a guy who couldn't have maintained her lifestyle.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Fair enough.
Because that's from the angle of kafa'a, like compatibility.
Yeah, I mean, like if she's a like princess of Brunei or something,
he doesn't have to do that.
You're some average don
if she
from
expects
West
that,
London.
she shouldn't have married him.
Yeah,
do you understand? Yeah. So £1,100 is what we're at in terms of just the cost for the actual house. Yeah. Okay.
We're just living. We're not even eating yet. We just got shelter.
Then it's her maintenance money, especially if she doesn't work. Okay. Yeah. And most will not. Okay. So what is that? That's like £50 a week. And that's just basic, you know, for her to get around, do what she needs to do, buy her things that she might need to buy, you know, sanitary stuff. Like that's £50.
You're talking about basics. Like there are no luxuries here whatsoever. There's no Louis Vuitton bags. There's no Chanel. There's none of that stuff.
That's about £200 a month.
Yeah.
So how much are we at now?
We are at 1,300.
1,300. Yeah. Now there's food.
Yeah.
Food is gonna be at least £100 a month.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
Am I lying?
I don't think that's wrong. No.
About £100 a month.
Especially because you
And we're
find
talking,
that
you're shopping at Aldi.
yeah,
You know, you're shopping at Lidl.
yeah,
You're counting the pennies.
yeah,
You know, at £100 a month.
yeah.
Do you understand? That's no going out. That's no dinner dates. That's
Yeah.
no Deliveroo. You know,
Yeah.
that's just you. You know what I'm saying? £100. You know what I'm saying? So how much are we at now?
We're at 1,400.
1,400. Okay. Then you yourself need travel money.
Okay.
You yourself need.
You need to get
drones.
around, innit? You gotta
You
go to
understand?
work.
So I'm saying, at the very least, I'm saying if your wife is a stay-at-home wife and she needed £50 a week to survive, that's her clothes, her sanitary stuff, all that. You know what I'm saying? Then you're gonna need at least £75 a week because you're going out and about. You're at work. You might eat out.
Yeah.
You know, at work you might get a little drink. I'm saying. So what's £75 times 75 times 4? It's 300.
300.
So how much is that now?
So we're at 1,600.
Huh?
Oh, we're at 1,400, yeah. 14. So we're 1,700.
Huh?
We're at 1,700.
1,700. Okay. There are other expenses which I'm going to ignore for now.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, clothing.
Yeah.
For example, this, that, whatever have you.
I find
But-
that
but-
those kind of things, you're talking about like clothing and also like appliances, like a cooker and things like that.
Yeah,
right?
like you need.
You know when you get married, I don't know how, but somehow that all gets taken
You
care
know
of.
what, bro?
Family
No,
helps a lot,
but
innit?
not everyone has family.
That's
In
true.
our-
You're
in
right.
our-
That's what I'm
Our
saying.
culture
Yeah.
is a bit different. But
Me. This is my problem.
so so my point is £1,700
Yeah.
is what you need,
Mhm.
and I'm talking absolute ridiculous bare minimums.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous what? Bare minimums.
We're just
Do you
living.
understand?
We're literally
Not-
just living.
Not even living in the city.
Yeah.
I'm saying. So now, in order to make £1,700 a month, you're getting taxed 20%. Am I lying?
Yeah.
So how much you need to be? How much you
My
need to make
goodness.
so that after tax you
Um,
have 1,700 left over?
that's a really good question. Let me find out. The thing is though, if you're getting paid £1,700, there's no guarantee that all of it's taxed. So obviously we know the first nearly or just over
Yeah.
1,000 is tax free.
So let's say maybe
And then
about
remaining 700 is taxed.
let's say maybe about £100 a month tax. I think that's
Something
reasonable.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, because we're rounding up anyway.
Yeah.
So that's £1,900,
Yeah.
bro. You need to come with £1,900.
The thing is, you'd be surprised. That's a lot. Innit?
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Shall I tell you what?
I don't mean that's a lot in the grand scheme of things. I'm saying that for a person who is in the early phases of their life, let's say they just, like we mentioned earlier, just graduated, or you just turned 18, you're in the workforce. You're not likely to get that. If you don't have a skill that can pay you that kind of money, it's not basically if you just start applying for jobs that require no skill and no entry requirements, it's very unlikely you're going to get
You
that.
start off at like £1,200 a month.
Something like that. Yeah.
Because minimum wage is what?
Minimum wage is £1,000, £1,041.
Like
per
£1,100
month.
basically.
Yeah.
Okay. So now here's the thing. Usually that's not too bad.
As in minimum
It's
wage.
if you have two. No, I'm saying being paid £1,900 a month.
Yeah,
If you have two household incomes,
that's true.
the issue is that
Your wife's gonna work then, isn't it?
Do you? So number one, are you comfortable with her working? A woman's allowed to work, no problem.
Yeah.
I know a lot of brothers, they just don't have that concept.
Yeah.
Girls don't want to work. They're like,
Yeah.
why should I work? It's my God-given right to be provided for. It's true.
Yeah, no, they're right.
It's
100%, 1
Right.
million %. I'm not taking away
Not
from
just
them.
that, not just that. If
Yeah.
the wife does work,
Yeah, that's her money.
as long as it's halal and everything for her to work,
That's
it's
her
all her money.
Yeah, she doesn't have to
All
share
of
it with
these
you at
things
all.
that I just mentioned,
You have to share yours with her.
all of these things that I just mentioned,
Yeah.
rent, she don't pay a penny of that.
Yeah. Counter tax.
Council tax, she don't pay a penny of that. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm saying she don't pay a penny of that.
Mm-hmm.
Electricity, she don't pay a penny of that.
Yeah.
And you still have to give her maintenance.
Yes.
You still have to give her nafqa.
Yes.
For her sanitary stuff,
That's
for
her
her
right
clothing,
over you,
food.
bro.
Everything I just mentioned, even if your wife was earning £3,000 a month, that's you.
Yeah.
That's you. Pay attention. We never even talked about phone bill.
Yeah. And
We never even
Wi-Fi.
talked about Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
I'm saying, so we never even talked about saving.
Yeah.
And you need to save in this day and age.
Apparently, in this model, there's no saving.
Because,
They're
bro,
on
really and truly, right now, you need to be saving money and putting it in gold or some kind of asset because the currency is inflating.
the way the money's going.
And literally, we're about to go into the Great Depression back in 19... I'm being real.
I mean,
And whatever you have is going to be worth nothing.
that's conversation for another day, inshallah. But you're right. I agree with you. There needs to
And
be
you-
some.
you-
Basically, I feel like everybody should have some sort of budget. You should have a budget of a plan of where your money's going,
Like,
what you're spending on, all that
realistically,
stuff.
bro, in order for you to have some degree of... let me breathe. £2,500 a month.
Wow. You know, it's so real the way you say that,
Yeah.
because that speaks to me, man. I remember there was like, you know, the feeling of not being able to pay for things.
Yeah.
It's such a dark cloud. It's so painful,
But
man.
just that,
It costs money. You want to get that? That costs
breathe.
money, bro.
Well, lies. So, brothers, click like
Yeah.
and comment below if you resonate with that.
Yeah, that's painful, man. No, especially if you're not on your own, like, as in, if it's not your sole expenses. If you have to cover for other people, that alone costs money, man.
Yeah.
Just that feeling
But
of,
like,
I need to...
what if a brother comes now and he says, and I want to know if you would do this.
Okay.
Because I know I wouldn't, and I'll tell you why I wouldn't in a
Go on.
second. But if a brother comes and says, look, I know that I have to provide and my wife doesn't have to provide. She works, I'm happy with her working, and she works in a halal environment, and she's happy to relinquish some of her rights and say, look, I'll contribute towards the rent and so on and so forth. So I'm okay then.
Okay.
Because we both earn like 2 racks a month between us as a combined income of £4,000 a month. We're chilling.
Okay.
Would you be? What would you say
Okay,
about that?
so my thing about that is, it's not, so my preference is that it is not close to that. That's not my preference. But I live in the real world, and I recognize that there are realities that, you know, in place. And I feel like the girl that I end up marrying, she has to have this quality of understanding. Do you get it? Just facing the reality of the situation. We're together. Qadrullah, something happened. You know, let's say for example, you know, with this whole COVID-19 pandemic situation, a lot of people lost their jobs in it. I've lost my job. What am I going to do? We're going to have to work together. Do you get it? Which I'm not really averse to that.
But I understand if there's like maybe a situation arose 4 or 5 months. Okay, you'll contribute or whatever have you. That's not even what I'm talking about.
You're talking about a joint household where people work together.
I'm talking about a situation of, let's agree, we live in 21st century.
Yeah.
Darling.
Yeah.
You're happy to give.
Yeah.
Your wages towards rent. We go 50-50 or whatever have you. Rent. Like, as in, we're going to do this together. Okay, so she's relinquished her right to say, Allah said, الرجال قوامون على النساء.
Yeah.
The men have been placed as caretakers of the women. You have to take care of her.
Yes.
A caretaker takes care. Take care of her financially. Take care of her in all the ways that you can take care of her. So she says, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, babe. It's okay, babe. I'm gonna go in with you. Yeah. We're gonna do this together. Yeah. We're gonna do this what? Together. Would you be happy with that?
It's tough, man. It's tough because I want to say no, but I have this feeling of you're saying with no assumption of need. There's no need or necessity.
No, there's need.
It's just
there's need. I'm not about necessity is a different situation.
Okay.
Necessity is like COVID-19.
Yeah.
Babe, I just
lost my job. I'm talking about necessity. Yeah, in terms of need,
I'm not talking about necessity. I'm talking. People don't. Let's not do that because people don't know the difference between need and necessity.
Okay, that's fine.
They don't know the difference between haj and darura. So let's not confuse them like that.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm just saying as a default.
Okay, my default.
As in, let's say, for example, you don't right now, let's say you're in a situation where you don't have enough money to maintain a lifestyle for you and her.
Yes.
Okay. Or if you was to maintain it, it would be very tight. You wouldn't have much savings. You wouldn't have much money for yourself to go do this, do that. You won't be able to spend a little money, go little trip to Dubai, salt, slider, hook sauce. Like, you can't do that. Hook sauce. Okay. Yeah. I say, no, you want to do that. You want to have that kind of money there. But only way for you to be able to maintain that kind of lifestyle is, what do you say? You said, look, babe, I'm gonna need you to put in for the rent, because then, with that said, you might have £300-400 left over at the end of the month. She might have £300 left.
We can go together.
Huh?
Yeah, and we can go to Dubai.
So you're happy to do that?
No, and here's why. It's not based around the whether or not she's allowed to, or whether or not I would force her or anything. I'm saying
she's allowed to give up.
She's in a situation where she doesn't mind either way.
Yeah, she doesn't mind. Right? She doesn't mind.
She doesn't mind either way.
She
doesn't mind not working. She doesn't mind working.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. The reason I say no is because I feel like as a man, I have a greater sense of I have a feeling to win when there's pressure. Do you get it? When there are stakes, when the stakes are high, I've always managed to come around.
That's true,
and that helps me.
That's true. That's true.
And that's just because of me as an individual. Okay. I just feel like I would thrive better in a situation where I know I have to turn it.
That's
around.
true.
I have to rely on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He's going to turn it around.
And I'm like that as well. But most people are not like that.
Yeah.
I'm asking. What do you think most brothers would say to this?
They would say it's perfectly reasonable.
This is fine. What do you think?
I don't think they're wrong for that.
Come answer the question. No. Come to the mic. No. Come to the mic.
Just say yes or no.
I said no already.
Why? Let's talk about it.
Why? Aman says he wouldn't.
Okay.
Go on.
Because as a man, you can't.
Isn't that izzah? Do you think it's like a pride thing?
Can I answer the question?
Okay. No, as in like your person. As in, do you
It's
feel like?
self-respect.
I'm not saying
Yes,
it's
your
that's what I'm saying.
manhood.
Do you feel like you will lose a bit of your
Absolutely.
self-respect? Not as
No,
in
no.
what people think of you,
I
but
would-
your personal view of yourself. If your wife paid for some stuff.
Yeah, I think I would start to hate myself.
Okay.
I would start to
Same,
hate
man.
myself for that.
Same.
Maybe partially, but I would lose my manhood.
Okay.
I'd feel less of a man, and I'll tell you why. I would rather eat grass than to ask my wife to do the thing
100%.
that I was that was my duty upon her.
Yeah. 100%.
She can make all that money. That's all hers. I don't want
Yeah.
a penny of it. I don't.
Yeah.
Want, I don't want a penny of it. Do
Yeah.
you understand? And the reason for it is because in the Quran, Allah Azza wa Jalla differentiates between males and men.
Okay. Interesting. That's a
Dhakar.
very, very interesting line.
ذكر, ذكور
Okay.
is men.
Okay.
رجل, رجال. Sorry,
Males.
ذكر.
Oh,
ذكر is
yeah,
male.
that's what I was gonna say.
رجل, رجل, رجال,
Men.
man, men.
Okay. No problem.
Okay. In the ayah, when Allah Azza wa Jalla talked about providing for the women, Allah didn't say males
Mm-hmm.
have been placed as caretakers of women. Allah said men.
Okay.
And men are used in the context to describe certain characteristics.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Male is a person who's got a particular, was it X or Y chromosome?
Yes.
Is that right?
I'm forgetting.
XX is go.
No, I think XX is the male.
A man is someone, a male is someone who's got a genital that is a male genital.
Yes.
Okay. A man is more than just a penis.
More than just genitalia. Love it. More than just testosterone. And more than just hormones.
It's literally,
Yes.
a man is more than just a sexual organ.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
A male can be defined by his private parts,
Yes.
but a man is defined by certain distinct qualities.
I like that.
From them is that you provide for your family.
Yes.
You
Yes.
provide for your family. Do you
I've
understand?
learned this lesson the hard way.
And
innit?
you
This
have.
one you're talking
No, but
about.
like, because look, I'll tell you something. Whether you like it or not, your wife will see you as less of a man. There might be some fringe circumstances and situations in which they won't,
Mhm.
or maybe they may not manifest it.
Mhm.
But akhi,
Do you think it will have a considerable effect?
say that again.
Do you think it will have a definite, like, noticeable, like, you notice there's something missing here?
Of
Like,
course,
there's
bro.
respect is gone.
Bro,
Not
bro.
gone, but like it's diminished.
Look, shall I show you how it will show? It will show subtly.
Go on.
For example, let's say you want to make a big decision about
Yeah.
what to do in the household.
No, this is dark. This
Yeah?
is dark. Oh my goodness.
And this decision could be, for example, let's say you want to do hijrah,
yeah.
let's use
You
a
want to move?
religious
You want to
example.
move? Yeah.
and she's not up for it.
She don't know.
She said, "What are you gonna do, baby? I pay half the money. I pay half the money,
No,
darling."
okay, that's assuming that she's spiteful, innit?
Say
And
that
that has that element
No,
of spite.
no. But it's not. It's,
Or you're
it's not
saying
even spite.
she's just making a logical debate, which is, look,
yeah.
how are we gonna do that?
No. You know what it is? It's not logical. It's kind of like, it's not spite. It's just kind of like, no, I have a say in this.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what it is?
But do you not think she does though?
She's putting money in, bro. Of course
Yeah.
she's gonna
No,
say I have a say in
do
this.
you think that she? No, I'm saying, let's say she didn't put money. Does she
Of
still not
course,
have a say?
of course,
Yeah.
she always has a say and
Yeah.
whatnot and so on and so forth. You consult with her, you speak with
Yeah.
her. I'm not saying, but the point I'm making is that ultimately, the captain of the football team is what Allah made it, the husband,
Yeah.
the father.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah, yeah.
It's the way the Sharia is.
The-
Let's call a spade a spade.
100%.
If they don't like
The
it, then
guy
go back to
steers
our
the
last
ship.
podcast.
We're steering the ship.
But of course, he doesn't do it in an oppressive, neglectful,
Of
heedless
course.
kind of way. But the point is that it's his. No, I'm saying sometimes you see women, they may not be able to make the best decision for the household because Allah Azza wa Jal gave them certain. Like for example, look here at work, running Knowledge College.
Yeah.
Abu Bakr is very good at the macro management,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm good at the micromanagement.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm actually kind of even getting rid of my micromanagement role very soon. But the thing is, macromanagement is kind of like what the man does, and the
Mhm.
woman is very good at micromanagement.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Me, I can't micromanage my house,
Mm-hmm.
but I can macromanage it.
Yeah.
My wife can't macromanage the house.
Mm-hmm.
She can micromanage it.
Yeah.
They're
yeah,
both
yeah.
essential bits of management.
Yeah.
Things now I can't step in now and tell my wife now the specifics of what to do in the house because
Yeah.
she's got that
That's her
sorted.
domain.
But
I
my
understand.
domain is the macro. As here's direction, we're steering the ship, and then she makes the ship work.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So
Yeah.
Allah gave me certain characteristics to be able to do that, and Allah Azza wa Jalla gave her certain characteristics to be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So you, as a man, are trying to do what Allah made you to do,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but you have to understand,
Yeah.
you don't have the money.
Mm-hmm.
you don't have the money.
This is scaring people, bro.
You don't have the money.
You're right, 100%.
And I'm telling you, I've seen situations where a woman would turn around and say, listen, you want to send your son, your daughter, to Islamic school, a private school. She said, no.
Yeah.
I contribute towards the household.
Yeah.
No. What can you do? She does.
Mm-hmm.
She does.
Yeah.
And she should still listen to her husband.
Yeah.
She should still listen to her husband.
Mm-hmm.
But bro, 21st century, bro.
Yeah. No, not just that, but I think that there's an
The
element
way the
of
girls are.
no, not the way the girls are, but I think people don't put enough emphasis on this is going to create issues in your marriage because it makes a problem mentally. Like your mind state is shifted.
Yeah. You're going to fight over money.
Yeah.
And you know what it is, bro? It's that concept of, it's just, you can't help it. The man drops in your eyes.
Yeah.
It's natural. Like, think about it. If a man started walking, let me ask a question.
Go on.
If a man started walking around, okay, flapping his wrist,
Yeah.
you know, flicking his eyelashes, giggling, his wife, would she not be put off by him?
Of course.
As long as she's in a
No,
straight
but
woman,
those are
straight men.
those are feminine qualities.
Feminine qualities. This is also feminine quality.
Hmm.
It's also feminine quality. That's my point.
Okay.
Don't let society. You see, is shaving your beard a feminine quality?
Yes.
It is a feminine quality.
Certainly.
A man who shaves his beard is doing a feminine thing.
100%.
Feminine quality, whether
Fine.
you like it or not.
Fine.
Society is what?
Shifted your view
Reconditioned
and-
you
yeah,
to
the idea that you can
to
do
think that it's
stuff.
normal.
Okay.
But
okay,
it goes
I
against the
understand.
fitrah.
Okay.
Ultimately, a woman she will see a man as a man when he's got manly features, and she'll see him as less of a man when he loses that. Do you understand? I'm telling you, the same way shaving your beard, the same way flicking your eyelashes.
Okay.
And even now, is flicking your eyelashes seen as feminine? It's not even seen as feminine anymore.
Not-
They keep warping it.
Of course not.
They keep warping it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? LGBTQ, XY. Like I'm saying, the list goes
I get
on.
it. I get it.
The point is, it's a feminine quality, and on
Yeah.
a subconscious level,
Mhm.
on a fitri, natural, innate disposition level,
Yeah.
she will start to see you as less of a man, and that has consequences. Because now, for example, look, I want to do a Quran class for my kids.
Yeah.
I have to get a Quran teacher I have to pay him. She says, I think our money's better spent elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
What do I do?
Mm-hmm.
She says, you do it then.
Mm-hmm.
Is that flip it? You do it then.
Yeah.
Then now you have to make a decision. You know what? Wallah akhi, look, as a man, you can't say, I am the one that's to be obeyed and my wife should obey me,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't give her reasons to obey you.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Like you've actually taken the authority and the control out of your hand when you've allowed her to pay.
I get okay, that part I sort of resonate with, and the reason is because sometimes there are tasks that need to be handled by a single individual, and I feel like the paying thing is something that you should leave with one person. I'll give you an example. Like, you know, whenever we go out with one specific individual, and whenever anyone wants to pay, he's always like, no, I'm gonna pay. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Come on, bro. Yeah. So, and in that situation, it hurts me, but I mean, there's nothing I can do. He's gonna take it offensively.
Yeah.
He's gonna get up. He's gonna get personally offended if I pay.
One time I thought
Do you
it
get
was
it?
crap Saad.
That's what I'm saying. He was actually
Saad went and paid and he was
actually
like,
offended.
I told you not
Yeah,
to pay.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. So in those situations, like that kind of
Do you know
situation,
what?
in those situations, it's best to just leave that task to one person in it. And I think the paying situation is very similar to that, because as soon as you start inviting other opinions and other perspectives, it definitely can become a stressful situation, especially with one when it comes to money.
I know it's not just
'Cause
that.
it's a tough subject for a
Shall I
lot
tell
of
you
people,
something?
man.
It's also, can I tell you something?
Go on.
Women weren't, you see, women, Allah Azza wa Jalla created them with the ability to deal with the strength and the pain of childbirth.
Yeah.
And Allah didn't give the man that kind of strength.
Yeah.
But there's another type of strength that the women can't deal with though.
Which is?
That's the stress and the burden of taking care of a household.
Yeah, man.
But Allah gave the man that.
Yeah.
Psychologically speaking,
No,
women and men are different on a psychological
yes,
level and a physiological
absolutely,
level.
absolutely.
So there's, again, if you notice, like men, like me, I can actually handle the stress and the burden of paying bills. Like, for example, women, like brothers will be able to resonate. Those who are married, they'll say, you know, when you have financial conversations with your wife, it stresses them.
Yeah.
It's not thinking, oh my God, the bills.
Yeah. How are we gonna pay this?
Bro,
Yeah.
A man could be on
Yeah.
the verge of getting evicted,
Mhm.
and it's like, I'll find a way out.
Don't worry, we got it.
Inshallah.
It's
But
fine.
But
Yeah.
don't burden your wife with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Even,
yeah.
you know, it is.
Absolutely.
I had one Catholic guy said it.
Go on.
I had one Catholic guy say it. I don't want to mention his name on camera because the guy swears a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
But those who know now.
Okay.
I came across one of his video clips.
Okay.
And he said something. It was an interview where he was on some by who's that old guy? David Letterman, is that his name?
He's the old guy.
I
I think he's the old guy.
Like,
Yeah.
he looks like a skeleton right now.
Yeah. I think.
He looks like any minute.
Or there's another guy,
He's Jewish.
Larry King.
That's it.
Okay.
Larry King, that's the
Yeah.
guy. He was in an interview with him. He asked him something about this guy. He asked him about his wife. He said, how do you feel about your wife working or whatever have you? He said, look, I'm okay with it, but the thing is, you know what it is? It can't be both of us doing it. I'll tell you why.
Why?
He said, my job is all about problems.
Okay.
He goes, do you think I want to
That's a
give
good
that?
point.
He
That's
says,
such a
do
good
you
point.
think I want to give that kind of stress and like mental kind of negativity to my wife?
Yeah.
Because and it's true, wallah, because he's saying I'm the CEO of my company. I also I'm the director of our organization.
Yeah.
My day-to-day job role life is all
Solving
about
problems.
solving problems. Do
Yeah.
you understand?
Mhm.
So he's saying that she can't. It's not healthy for her to have that because how's she is she going to do what she needs to do best, which is to raise the kids? When you burden her with what?
Now solving problems
Of
financially
the house
speaking.
as well.
Yeah,
Do
of
you
course,
understand?
Of course.
So it's just not
Yeah.
fair on the woman. Like,
Yeah.
and to be honest, well, I believe even if the woman said I'll do it, and she didn't see you as less of a man, and she
Yeah.
was still like, no, I'll take your financial decisions in your direction. It's still not fair. You know why? Because she's got to take care of the house. She's got to
Yeah.
raise the kids.
Yeah.
So you're gonna
Yeah.
take money from her, and you're gonna make her take care of the kids.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
Okay,
Listen, can I say
my
something?
advice is
I really want
different.
to say something. Though
Go
before. I know there's extreme necessary circumstances.
Of course.
I'm not
And I actually
talking
know
ab-
families that are in
I
situations
know,
like that. Yeah.
and I'm not talking about that.
Okay.
I'm talking. What I'm trying to destroy right now is the mindset the brothers have seemed to
So-
have adopted.
Yes.
They go into it thinking it's okay. If you're in marriage and it gets peak and you both need to put the work in, that's a beautiful relationship. She's a good woman, you're a good man.
Yes.
She's really understanding. You know what I'm saying? She's doing what she
Yes.
needs to do to help make it work in the moment. But brothers are going into it thinking,
Yes.
you know what? This is how
Gonna
it's
get
gonna
taken
be.
care of.
Yeah, I'm gonna
It's
get taken
21st
care of.
century.
That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Okay, so the reason why I reject that idea is not it is also based on that, but there's also another part, which is I don't think that it's ever a good idea for your personal self growth to ever lower the difficulty ever.
Yeah.
You've been given circumstances.
explain that.
So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you a set of a playing field for you to win, for you to play in, right? And there's no reason for you to say or think that it's not possible for you to get out of here because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said he only burdens people with that which they can bear. Do you get it? You will make it. You'll be fine. But I truly believe, if you're in that situation, so I'll use a different scenario to maybe to illustrate the concept for everyone, which is borrowing money. I believe, and again, I had to learn this one the hard way. This one, I'm telling you, bro, I had to learn it the hard way. Which is, don't borrow money from people. Don't borrow money from people ever. As in, I'm telling you, I would rather eat grass. I would rather be homeless than borrow money from people. And it's not because borrowing money itself is wrong. It's obviously it's permissible in the religion. It's because of the strings that are attached with borrowing money. It's better that you just handle a bit. Have you heard of this concept called minding your own business? It's not about that which concerns you. It's about that which you are concerned with. Do you see the difference? So, like, for example, your money is your business. You have to mind your own business. You have to manage this properly yourself. It's got nothing to do with us. That's what I'm saying. It's your problem. This is part and parcel of what you've agreed to do. Which is like, for example, when you want to get married, you've agreed now to take care of a family. You've agreed. That's your that's part of the T&Cs. Like, for example, when people become Muslim or when people agree or they decide to start practicing, part of the terms and conditions now are things that are just prevented from you. Things are just you just can't do these things.
On this note,
and one of them is
I actually
borrowing money.
I actually know someone, who, whenever he gets into a financial mess, like his default is he's been in financial problems for ages. I think probably like a decade. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And his situation is such that he took a loan from someone to get out of it. Yeah. Okay. When he took a loan to get out of it, in order to pay him back, he took another loan. Oh. Paid them back, and then before you know it, another financial problem comes. Yeah. Fell into debt again. More loans. And literally, he just started drowning. Yeah. And then it's like they paid off everything. And after they paid it off, what happened? Another bump in life comes again. It's like, another one. Do you know what I'm saying? So I was trying to advise his brother. I was trying to say, look, you just need to let the house burn. Yeah. Let it burn.
Yeah, we spoke about this.
Yeah,
just let it go. Just let it go. Just let it happen.
Just
let it happen. Yeah.
Just get bankrupt.
Yeah.
End up on the street. Yeah. Just what's the worst can happen? Yeah. Once you reach rock bottom, the only way is up. Yeah. It's a very wise statement. Some of these statements we say them. Yeah. It's very profound. Yeah. Actually, sometimes it's like you're going to forever be in a self-destructive cycle of taking money, borrowing money,
100%.
this, that, doing this. Bro, just let it happen.
Yeah.
What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
Okay, you will get out of it, inshallah.
100%.
You will get out of it.
No, 100%.
You will get out of it.
Certainly.
You will get out of it.
Certainly.
What's the worst that can
No,
happen?
the worst. The worst. That's the thing. The worst can't happen.
Yeah,
No, the worst can't.
that's
happen.
the point.
Yeah.
You see, you have a Lord
Yeah.
who's very merciful.
So,
He provides. He gives food and drink and water and shelter to the kuffar.
yes. Yes.
He's not going to give it to you.
Yes. Absolutely.
And you can put the work and the effort in. So sometimes you just need to I'm a firm believer in let it burn.
Yes.
Let it burn.
Yeah.
Right there.
let-
Once we're going to
let
set
it
it on
go.
fire.
Just let it
We're
go.
going to set it on fire. Sit down
Yeah.
and enjoy it.
Just let it happen.
Boom.
Yeah.
But we don't have a house to live in now.
Yeah.
It's okay.
You'll find one.
You'll find one.
Yeah. Everything will be.
You know
alright,
what it is?
inshallah.
There's
No, but people are concerned, innit?
Huh?
That's a concern. That's a worry. That's a stress. You know, you're gonna get evicted.
Can I tell you something?
You're gonna get your
Can I tell
car
you something?
taken
Can I
away.
tell you
Whatever
something?
it
Can I
is.
tell you something?
Go on.
I was in a similar situation in my
Okay.
life. Okay.
I
where-
think a lot of people can resonate to what you're talking about.
yeah.
right now.
So I actually became homeless,
Okay.
which you know,
I remember.
for about a year and a half.
Do you want to tell them the bailiff story?
Huh?
Do you want to tell them the bailiff story?
But when
I
I
came
thought,
outside.
when
your-
I
Yeah.
thought he was a bailiff. So basically, bailiffs, I was expecting them. I was ready, you know, lock the doors of my house, I turned the lights off, I
Yeah.
pretend like, no one's at home. And I'm thinking, this day I'm waiting for the bailiffs to come.
That's it.
And this guy, tat, 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 knocking on the door.
Yeah.
He's not ringing me, he's not calling me. His
Told me
phone
no one's
battery
home.
died.
Yeah, my battery's dead. Yeah.
So I'm thinking the bailiffs are here.
Yeah.
So I'm creeping out the window. I'm thinking these bailiffs are on some sneaky thing.
Yeah, because
They're trying to
Can't even
show
see 'em.
themselves. I can't
Yeah.
even see them.
there's no van. There's nothing. What's gonna happen?
Eventually, I think what you shouted or something.
Yeah. No. You opened the window. and You were like, "Yo, is that you?" And I was there like, "Bro, I've been here. Please open the door."
Like 20 minutes
Yeah,
ago. But anyway, the point is, I became homeless. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm talking from experience.
Yes.
Do you understand? Like, I'm talking from experience, bro. Like for me, I wasn't gonna start taking loans.
Yes.
I think I must have borrowed money from a brother once to pay
Yes.
one rent,
Yeah.
and it took me a year to pay him back.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
It's-
paying
it's
back
just a
grand,
it's
and I'm
it's
paying
a
back
hook.
£100.
It's a hook.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
paying back £100 a month
Yeah.
because I can't afford more than that.
Yeah.
It took me what? A year. And then there was a couple months I was like, sorry, please, if you can. That was like
Yeah.
4 months where I actually couldn't pay him, and he was
Yeah.
very understanding. But the point is, I was like, I'm not going to do this. So I'm not telling you to do something that I haven't done. But check this now. I spent a good maybe 4 or 5 months struggling to make ends meet.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, bro, the reality is I just can't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
Let the house burn.
Yeah.
And you know what? I became homeless.
Mm-hmm.
I was sleeping on sofas.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't even live with my family.
Yeah.
I spent like 4 or 5 months away.
I remember.
You know what I'm saying? But I was relaxed.
Yeah. At least you don't have that.
Yeah.
there. It's
I-
gone.
It was like, it's more burdensome to try to make all the ends meet.
Yeah.
So I just let it drop.
Yeah.
And now I was like, no worries.
Where are we
can
gonna
get
go
back.
now? Where are we gonna go now?
we
Yeah.
can-
Exactly. Yeah.
We can make, we can,
Yeah, 100%. I totally agree with that because now you don't have baggage. You don't have that thing that's attached whereby if I want to, do this problem or to handle that or whatever, now I don't have anything associated. I can operate
with that thing you can't
by
even
myself.
think clearly.
Exactly. That's the whole point. I'm trying to say that I don't think people talk enough about how things affect your mentality.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? So that debt thing and also the whole borrowing money or using money that your wife might provide. It has that effect. It has that effect of, like, say, for example, let's say we're in this situation and now we're homeless and we're both working, but we still can't pay or whatever have you. And then I'm there like, you know what? I think we should move to another country. And she's there like, no. what am I going to do? I think we should go. Or let's say I want to move to a different part of the UK. I want to move from London and go to like a place where the rent is lower or there's a job prospect or something. Somewhere higher up north like Manchester or something. A big city still, but it's just not London. And she's there like, no. We're paying off the rent. I'm paying off this. I'm doing that. It's like I don't want to invite these other opinions.
You know what the worst thing I hate? Getting the money relies not hard.
Yes,
As
I
in,
agree.
sorry, I always say it wrong. Getting the money is not something that's out of reach.
Okay.
It's very in reach.
Mhm.
It's just hard work.
Yes.
Simple. Especially in this day and age, bro. It's so easy to make money. And I gave this example on a podcast recorded yesterday. We basically, with the Remember the Mandan brothers, we got them all together. And, we helped them spiritually. We said,
Yeah.
let's also try to encourage them and create an environment where they can maybe set up their own business. Because
Yeah.
these brothers, we don't want to go back to selling drugs or go to
Yeah.
a haram place where they work and then they end up losing their iman. So we started this project. We're trying to encourage them to kind of be entrepreneurs. One brother, 17, 18-year-old brother, Aslam.
Okay.
Alam Badik is
Okay.
his name. Yeah.
Yeah.
He came,
I know.
and then that same day he went back home. He went to Alibaba.com. He thought to himself, okay, what can I buy here in bulk and then sell at a profit? Akhi, he messaged me with the most random thing. He said, Akhi, I'm gonna sell teeth whitening strips.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I'm gonna call it Peng Smiles. Brothers in the hood smoke weed. The
Yeah.
teeth go yellow.
Oh wow.
I have a target audience. I have a niche. I was blown away.
I was like, wow.
I was
Yeah.
like, wow, this might
That
not-
is quite sick. I mean, let's not talk about the the quality of the idea, but
Yeah.
just the drive, just the idea of I want to find.
Bro,
I want to be enterprising.
Bro,
I
you
love
know what?
that.
It's not
Beautiful.
even an amazing idea.
Mhm.
It's not the best business prospect.
Mhm.
I don't see him becoming a billionaire from it.
Mhm.
He might not live and die by this project.
Yeah.
It might not be, but it's like,
the
bro,
start of something.
it's the
innit?
start of something.
Yeah.
Just do something, rude boy. You know what I'm saying? You want to get married,
No, 100%.
but you want to be a bum. But I'll do
100%
something. Do you
yeah.
get me?
Yeah.
So, well, like, we digressed a lot.
We digress
The-
so much, but I think this
Yeah.
this was important
It's
innit?
good, it's
because
good.
I feel like there's a lot of anxiety surrounding what
Yeah.
people have to pay for, and it's good
Yeah.
that we kind of
It's real life stuff. You know what I'm saying?
remove
It's
some
real
of that
life-
smoke
It's real
there,
life
innit?
stuff.
okay, cool. So that's the financial.
Can
element.
I give one advice though,
Go
which I think is important to mention? One thing that I do find is I should have mentioned this a lot earlier. Hopefully
on.
you made it to the end of the podcast,
Go on.
so you're gonna take this. But one thing I think, because look, what do you do when you're in a situation where you don't earn £1,900, but you
Yeah.
want to get married?
Yeah.
The fitna is real. You know, one thing that's a very, very, very plausible option is to get married, but live at your own houses.
Yes.
As in,
I actually think
Yeah.
that the 21st century mentality.
Yeah.
I think this is the most applicable 21st century mentality that is in line with the religion.
yeah, exactly.
Which is, you guys, we're gonna change the marital structure a little bit,
Yeah.
and it's not obviously ideal.
Yeah.
This is it's got its cons.
Because she would have been
Definitely.
your girlfriend if you weren't
That's
on
what
Deen,
I'm-
right?
that's what I'm-
You
that's
would've
the
been
whole
linking
point that
up
I'm making.
And you would have been doing whatever you wanted to do.
100%.
But I'm saying now, just make it halal.
Exactly.
And the issue is that, look,
You know, I got a name for that now.
what do you call
It's
it?
called nikah and chill.
Nikah and chill. Oh, I
Nikah
like
and
that.
chill.
Nikah and chill. Oh, very. Nikah and chill. You're sick.
yeah.
Cut that into IGTV clip, yeah? Yeah, Nikah and chill. I like that. Yeah. So no, but that's my point. You get me? Like, so that concept right there was very applicable. It's not ideal.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think it's very healthy because I believe brothers should go out there and get their P's.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah.
It could take years. But come on. I mean, some brothers have been in a relationship with girls for like 5 years, 2 years, 3 years.
bro.
I'm saying, bro, why can't she be your wife
Yeah.
for 2 years?
Yeah.
And none of this, she's my wife, but I can't see her.
No.
No, that's batil, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, you see her, like,
Yeah.
have a thing. Every
Yeah.
weekend she comes over to stay the night at your place,
Yeah.
or maybe you might go to her place, or, you know what I'm saying? You got that leeway. But you know what? You stack.
Yeah.
Stack,
Yeah,
stack,
yeah,
stack,
yeah,
stack,
yeah.
stack, stack, stack. And set a goal, set a date. Don't,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because some brothers do that, though.
Mhm.
It's another extreme.
Mhm.
4 years later, they haven't moved in with their wives.
Yeah.
Come on, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because, and obviously that has its pros and that has its cons. One
Yeah.
of the cons is that her staying at her family's means her family is going to be more involved.
Yeah. There's an
the
influence there. Of
process.
course. Absolutely.
But you know what it is?
Yeah.
It's about probably understanding the situation and trying to
100%.
solve the problem. I
100%.
think we'll do a separate podcast on that.
I think we should talk about
Another
that
day.
as well. But I
Inshallah.
definitely think it's an idea that a lot of people should,
Yeah.
explore the idea.
Yeah.
Now, there's others though. I want to quickly just mention this last point, which is if you can't get married, there's nothing you can do, and the roast is high. You obviously have to fast as the advice is. But there's a thing there, and I wanted to talk to you about this because I think I discovered it the first time this Ramadan. The Ramadan that just passed, I discovered really what this is about then, which is you have to. Okay, so there's the deen element, which is how it makes you feel in the religion, like what it does to you in the deen, and then there's another element which is let's call it scientific, I guess, element, yeah, which is dopamine release, yeah.
Is it my bashing?
No, there's bashing, but there's other things as well in it, which is if you're fasting from something, it shouldn't just be the food and drink part and think that it's just gonna, finish off my desire. There's a whole other side of it, which is you have to make sure you're lowering your gaze. You have to make sure you're lowering your gaze to things that you may not necessarily think I should lower my gaze to. For example,
Vlogs.
Stuff like vlogs, movies, things like that. But I think that's quite clear. I'm talking about things like the dunya. Do you get it? You should lower your gaze to the dunya. Maybe you shouldn't be in the fast cars
There are
and the
actually
big
3
apartments
things
and stuff.
that Allah Azza wa Jal told us to lower our gaze from.
Go on.
The opposite gender,
Yeah.
when you walk into someone's house,
Yeah.
and the things are in the possessions of people.
Yeah. Wow.
The worldly
That's so
things.
sick. Okay, yeah, I love that. Yeah, exactly. Because what that does is it prevents you from living in a false reality. The reality is you're on your own. This is just who you are. You have your people that you see every day, your family, your friends and stuff, and that's it. Your life isn't much bigger than that. And if you make it bigger than that, if you want to involve like a third party, like a wife or whatever, at least then you don't have these other influences like from Instagram or wherever have you that are going to push you towards wanting more or expecting more, and that vision kind of diminishes over time. That helps you in the fasting process, 100%. Definitely.
Well, like barakallah feet, man, barakallah feet. I think there's a lot more to talk because, like I said to you,
this is a bit big, isn't it?
Are you ready for marriage? There's a lot of issues. We talked about the finances. We didn't even talk about physical ability. We didn't even talk about all that. But maybe we could do that another episode, inshallah.
100%.
So you're saying, guys, did you like the first relationship goals episode?
Do you have the money?
And do you want to test if you have the money?
Yeah.
Sign up to Suno Match.
Yeah.
You know the most annoying thing?
Oh my God! Don't even.
people come to Suno Match and they're like, he wants to get married. He's like, actually, £9.99 a month is too much, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, please don't come to Suno Match.
Yeah. It's not for you.
It's not for you.
It's not for you.
If £9.99 a month, you can't afford to find a good quality or to increase your chances of finding a good quality spouse, bro, you're going to die when the bills come through the door.
No, not just that. When the dad turns around and says to you, "So what do you do for work?" When that happens, when you finally do meet some, like I mean, there's a. It's not just you're gonna feel like you're missing out. The fear of missing out. Let's remove that for a second. When you're a part of it, and then now you found a sister, and details have been exchanged, and she's wondering why he's not calling my wali, blah blah, all that stuff. And then somebody from Suno Match emails you and says the sister's wondering why you're not calling. You say, "Oh, I just can't. I don't have a job." So, what do you mean then, bro? So, Suno Match wasn't for you from the beginning.
Do you understand? Like honestly, some of the profiles that we have, and I said this to you, I said some of the sisters, because some of them, like it's like I know. You know what I'm saying. And some of the brothers I know, like if you was to charge me for this service, I said, actually, I'll charge you 100 racks for this brother right here.
Yeah.
If there was a father who came to me for one, I said, this brother, I'll charge you 100,000 pounds. If we could value things like that, this boy would be worth 100,000 pounds.
There's a lot of money there. Yeah.
This boy would be worth 100,000 pounds. If you want me to charge you for matchmaking, finding you a good, I'm not going to, but I'm saying if we had to put a price on it, there's some good quality stuff here. Yeah. Some sisters there are worth what? Yeah. Worth 100 racks.
Yeah.
In terms of like, if I was
no, as in, this is what we're paying for. You're paying for peace of mind.
Yeah.
Do you get it? Basically, when you find the quality of spouse you're looking for is basically to save yourself stress and hassle in the future, right? If you can pay for exactly,
so they can find peace and tranquility.
If you could pay for peace of mind for decades, so like for 50 years, how much is that worth to you? How much is that worth? Like if you could financially find a way to qualitatively go on,
a woman who's going to be the greatest joy to you.
Exactly.
The greatest joy in this world is a
righteous woman.
Yeah. Not just that she's going to raise her kids upon khair.
There you go.
No reason for you to go paradise.
There you go.
Look, he's just smiling.
This guy just drooling, bro.
He's just daydreaming about it. I'm on a big let me see. Well, I really.
The brother behind the camera, he's a bit shy.
Please come in.
He's a bit shy.
I'm on, please. Well, I just brother behind the camera.
He's a bit shy.
A lovely guy,
he's a bit shy.
And he's so handsome.
Yeah.
I was. Yesterday I was chatting to Abu Bakr about Aman, and I was like, I was looking at him the other day, no homo. This guy's actually growing into a man.
Yeah, certainly.
He's a man.
Oh, he's much different to how when he first came. He's very different now. Allahumma barik. One thing I like about him, if we're just talking about Aman now, one thing I like about him,
I would charge you 250,000 pounds for this brother.
One thing I like about this guy.
If there are any
listen,
dads,
man, listen.
If there are any dads,
they don't know Aman. I'm just gonna tell them one thing about him right now.
You want Aman? He's worth 250 racks, but I'll take 2.5 G's.
Aman is wow. Aman is enterprising. He's always looking for a way to combine things to sell something. He's always looking for some way to, and it's not like out of a money-making scheme, but from the angle of, okay, so what is going to provide value to people? Let me find out, like, for example, do you remember he had an idea, innit? And he used to talk to me about it when we used to work together. Yeah, that.
What?
I don't, basically, he wanted to open a chai wala in West London. Where was it? In Hounslow. Where do you want to open
Ealing.
it?
And then it opened.
They opened one. But so basically the point I'm making is that conversation when we had that, and also just various different other ideas that Mark comes out with. Maybe I want to do this, maybe I want to do that. Like that's a good quality, and enterprising. Being putting yourself in a position where he can take factors of production.
Not just that, I
make
just
something
saying
out
I don't want to gas him up too much.
No,
it's more than that though. I'm just saying he's worth 2.5 racks. To be honest, no, it's not 2.5.
No, it's not
25,000.
Wow.
No, the guy's serious.
Yeah, he's a good brother.
You want good quality brothers?
No, he's a good brother, definitely. Certainly.
Okay. You know how much the Mussies make? They make, them aunties in our culture.
Mock it.
For some
they mock it.
Some people might be watching this and not understand. Culturally speaking, in my culture, there's something called a Mussie, which is a woman who basically matchmakes, and
The context is she's not like some social media superstar. She's a woman that knows loads of families.
Yeah.
So like, let's say you have a daughter. She comes to you and she's like, I'll find somebody for your daughter, and I have a son. And she's there like, okay, I know. I also know about.
And she'll charge like £5,000.
Yeah, she'll charge you excess amounts
It's
just to
£5,000.
make the meeting.
Like some are less, but
my
like
auntie happened through it. My auntie got married through a.
And how much
matchmaker.
they charge?
They charged her £7,000.
£7,000. There you go. But the thing is, the condition is if she gets
£7,000.
married.
Yeah, of course.
If she gets married. So
no, she was there. She's passed away now.
oh, may Allah have mercy on
her name was Auntie Hashmi. She was there at the wedding. She was there at my auntie's
that's
wedding.
such
She
a
was
nice
there
lady.
with her Sarar Kameez. It was beautiful. It was amazing.
That's one point. So
She's quite an old lady,
I'm saying if I was to be the male Marcy of the thing,
Yeah.
I'm saying somebody who got on Suno Match, wallahi, I will tell you slap 25 racks
Wow.
or pay £10 a month. You tell me. If you come to me right now, you want a man?
To be honest, that's a good point. I think there's sisters who are wondering what kind of guys they're gonna find on there, and I think there's
Can I
an
tell you the
element
only
of-
time-
we know some of them.
Can I tell you the only time I won't charge money
Go on.
is if the one who comes is also 25 racks.
Wow.
If there's, for example, if there's a brother who
There's
asks for a
quality
sister,
exchange.
and I know this sister, she's that if I was to charge for matchmaking her,
Yeah.
I would charge £25,000. I would equalize it because brother, you are worth £25,000.
Wow.
So,
Subhanallah.
but if you come to me and you say I want to matchmake,
Yeah.
and bro, I don't know you,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say slap 25 racks on the table or pay £10 a month.
Or pit.
Is it £10 or £15 a month?
We're on 15, but I want to talk about that.
No, I want to leave it at 15. It's like test them.
No, 15 is good, definitely, but I like 10 as well. Innit?
I like 15.
We'll talk about it.
Let's end the episode.
Okay, right, let's leave it here. Yeah, that's it. Subhanallah wa bihamdi. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.